dude. Oh, yeah. All right. Let's go. You ready?
Who the Hell Knows podcast.
What's up, motherfuckers? This is the Who the Hell Knows podcast coming at you live. It's Tuesday, June 11th, 2019. The year our Lord Jesus Christ. No, I'm just kidding.
The year he comes back.
Is it?
No, imagine.
No, you know how they say that on like certain things, like in the year of our Lord 2019. Like you've never seen it written like that? Like
No.
They write it out like 2019. What was it? I've seen it on some shit, but I can't remember. I think it was my diploma.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it was my diploma.
I probably need to do some more reading.
Anyways.
What's up, bitches?
Yeah, what's up, guys? We're back. Dun, dun, dun. I don't know why I do that.
It gets you pumped up, dude.
Fuck yeah, dude. Another week has passed. We just watched the fucking UFC fights this past weekend. There were some pretty badass fights, dude. Like, I don't always watch UFC fights. Like, I notice you guys always have the fights, it seems.
We try.
But I don't get into it. Like, sometimes when you guys mention fighters, I have no idea who the fuck they are.
Oh, really?
But I'm down. I love the UFC. I love watching the fighting, you know, like watching all the different martial arts come together. And, you know, it's not just boxing where you just got to worry about dodging a couple fucking hits and, you know, there's a lot more to it than that. But with the UFC and like the mixed martial arts, you have to worry about more than just fucking watching out for punches, you know? Like you have to watch out for kicks. You're getting kicked in the body too much, you're going to start getting wore out, you know? Like,
yeah.
Then you got to worry about the takedown, being on the ground with that person.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like there's a lot more to it. So that's one thing that I really fucking like about the UFC, and I always have liked. And, you know, I've watched the UFC since like the fucking first one I've seen. And like, I remember me and my cousin watching the first one with like, when it was just a tournament, you know what I mean? So I thought that was fucking cool. So I'm a fan of the UFC, you know what I mean? You guys invite me over to watch the fights, and then you're like, oh, so-and-so's fighting, and I don't always know who it is, you know what I mean?
But if we're mentioning names most of the time, you know it's going to be good, huh? Because it's like these motherfuckers are in, like, you know, invested.
Yeah. I mean, it was like a title fight, too. And there's always a title fight, and, you know, people are fighting. There's a lot on the line, you know? Like,
yeah.
But there were some really good fights. It wasn't boring, you know, like when a fight starts slowing down and, like, they start getting gassed and, like, nobody's really making any moves. And, like, you know what I mean? When it gets to that point in a fight, you're just like, ugh.
Yeah. What's up? Real quick, what's up, Cheesy?
Hey, man.
Say what's up to the people before you just
What's up, everybody? You guys forgot about me? You forgot to introduce me.
You're all fucking...
Yeah,
oh, yeah, I forgot to introduce everybody.
No, you got to introduce yourself, fool. I think from now on.
I didn't even introduce myself.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
No, you know what? Fuck that. We don't need to introduce anything because the motherfuckers that are here, they know what's up.
We're here. We're not queers, but we have beers.
I think he's stuck on that. Like,
yeah, it feels like it.
that was weeks ago, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Nah, but hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? Yes, we saw the UFC fights. I think the UFC fights were great.
Dude, they were fucking
They were
badass.
unbelievable. But
especially that girl fight, dude. Those ladies got down, dude.
Let me ask you guys something. You think Henry Cejudo, he's the bantamweight champion and the flyweight champion,
I believe
right?
so, yeah.
Okay. Do you think my opinion, he should face someone like Cody or Dominic Cruz? But for the third title, like against Max Holloway, what do you think? Like, you think that's a tough fight for him? You think he can pull it off?
This is fight talk, huh? I love it. I honestly don't think so. I've heard some people talking about it, and they've said, like, I don't think the UFC is willing to entertain that because as it is, he's holding 2 divisions. And if he gets another belt, Cejudo, which, I mean, I would love to see it as a fan. I wouldn't mind seeing somebody trying to go for a 3rd belt. But I've
that's
heard,
what Conor was doing.
yeah, but I've
That's
heard,
what Conor wanted to do. But, like,
Yeah.
why is that?
but look, for the
If
spit.
you just bragging rights.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, like, you go down in history.
Because
Who's
it's
holding-
hard. It's hard
It's
to it's
history,
hard to
right?
cut weight. Like think of how much weight you got to cut to go to a different round. That's
No,
it.
but this time
to go to
Cejudo
a
would be
different-
moving up. So he's already a small guy, you get me? So
Yeah.
he's fighting bigger dudes. It's harder. The adversity's there. I think it'd
yeah,
be great.
it's more of a big thing when you're going up in a weight. You know what I mean? And you dominate that weight.
I think it would definitely be a good story. It would be like
It's kind of like them trying to make history, trying to make a name for themselves. Like remember, didn't Anderson Silva used to do it? I used to be like, dude, Anderson Silva's dominating like everything, fucking middleweight, because he was a natural middleweight, right? And then he would go down and he would go up to light heavyweight, and he was just badass. Actually, he wasn't that great as a light heavyweight, but they're trying to fucking prove that they're the greatest, and it doesn't matter what fucking weight, you know what I mean? They fight at. Right? Isn't that?
I mean
I don't know. I'm not even a fighter. What the
No,
fuck?
yeah, it would. I just listen to a lot of like people talk about it, like professionals and shit like that, and it just seems unrealistic. Like they're saying it would just hold up the sport back in a way. Like when Conor was the champ for both divisions, he wasn't fighting anybody, and then there's 2 belts being held up, and then that's why they're bringing interim belts, which are like belts that they're holding and like because the champ is hurt or because this or that. So then there's all these interim belts, and then
I don't like that shit.
what the fuck's an interim belt? Tony had an interim belt, and they took his interim belt because he got hurt.
But he's still carrying it like it's still the champion.
Because he is. Because he fucking is. Because Tony Ferguson tore his knee doing an interview, doing some bullshit for the UFC, and he tripped over some wires. It's not like he got injured like training or sparring or anything. No, he was doing something for the UFC. He fell, tore his knee, and then they took his belt from him. That's not fucking fair. I would be carrying my belt too. Be like, bitch, nobody beat me for this. He's got like 12 wins in a
Yeah,
row.
that's the one thing I never got about
You get me?
Yeah, I get you.
interim belts. Is they would have people fight. When somebody gets hurt, the champion gets hurt, they would have 2 people fight to see who gets the interim belt. And then when that person's okay to fight again, they have to come back and fight that person. to
It's
get
kind of
their
like
belt
a
back.
like a holding spot. Yeah.
The
like,
first person that happened, it was.
I
like,
never understood that. It's
it was
because like
Conor
nobody
McGregor.
beat you to get that belt. Like if you're the greatest in the world at the time, people should have to fight you to become the champion.
Damn, dude, this is fight talk. Okay, real quick, this is fight talk, but fucking like
This all started with Conor McGregor because Conor McGregor wasn't he the first intern with Jose Aldo?
I don't know if he was the first.
Was he?
I don't know, but I
So
now
UFC
look,
been doing this for a while?
I don't know exactly, but now that you mention that, I kind of feel like it was, but I don't know. I don't want to be like,
Because-
oh yeah, it was because
Conor McGregor.
we don't know for a fact.
Jose Aldo was hurt,
I remember that.
and then it was Chan Mendes on a 2 weeks notice against Conor McGregor.
Yeah,
And Conor McGregor, well, I'm a huge fan of Conor McGregor, of course, beat his ass, Chan Mendes, but there was.
yeah. I'm glad you said you're a big Conor McGregor fan
I'm
because
on
it's
his
like,
nuts.
all right,
No, but you know what?
I'm a Conor dick rider.
That's what he said. That's what he's been saying all the time. But I'm not a dick rider, bro. I'm a pussy rider. But that's not the point. The point is that I lost.
He is a pussy rider because he rides Conor McGregor, who's a pussy.
Yes, yes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh McGregor.
But no, go ahead, bro. I'm just busting your balls,
I know.
dude.
I know.
I
But
know,
like,
I know what you're
I'm gonna be
doing.
honest. No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna be honest. Nah, I'll be honest, man. Like, dude, I love Conor so much. Like, I know it sounds crazy, but like, I'm a huge fan. But it's like, dude, what are you doing, dude? Stop doing this. Stop. Honestly, as a friend, if he was my friend, dude, all these.
Hey, honestly, as a friend, hey, guess what? You're not his friend.
I know
bro.
I'm not his friend. I know I'm not his friend. I
Okay.
know. I know it sounds weird. I know it does. But like
busting your
if
balls, bro.
if I was his friend, I'd say, bro, stop calling me. Like when I see a fighter, you're a warrior. You're actually you're fighting against someone for some reason. It doesn't matter to. I don't know if it's to be the number one or to be the champion, but I feel like, dude, you're destroying your body. You could be dead. You know what I mean? That's crazy.
You're buying too much into it, man. Like, they are fighters, they are warriors. But don't forget one thing, dude. They're doing it for money, and
don't they love it though?
Some of them.
Something that they like about it. Like,
I mean, to an extent,
the jujitsu part. People study jujitsu without like.
Okay.
Actually, professionally fighting.
You guys are talking about like a perfect world where people respect martial arts and everything, and that's how the UFC started. And there's definitely fighters that are like that. But then the other thing that you must not forget is that they are people, man. And getting hit mustn't be fun. And if you can make money and not get hit, you got to think about, like, they're probably like, I'm out, dude. Conor, why hasn't he fought in a while? I don't know. But hey, guess what? He's a millionaire, dude. Yeah, but he has his own whiskey. Why the fuck would he ever come back to fight?
Because he's investing. He made a name for himself.
But stop acting like
no, but he's selling himself. You get me?
I know, but like I said before, I'm like, dude, now I kind of lost your respect. Like, not trying to be a dick. I was like,
no, that makes sense.
Because he's sold out in a way. Is that
well, it's like, dude, stop saying that you're a fighter. You're not like, I don't think you're a warrior. Like, cause
but
he was,
he was
a warrior, dude. He was a fighter. Like,
he still is,
and he still is. Yeah. And like, yeah, but like, it's just like, dude, stop. It's like, prove it, bro. Stop talking shit. Like, you got your, like, honestly, like, it bummed me out when he lost against Khabib. You were there. He was happy. I was bummed out. I didn't want to talk.
You're talking from like a fan's point of view. Like, I get what you're saying.
But it's like
isn't Conor McGregor always been like
well, he's a
rowdy, like bar fighty kind of guy, like a little Irish fucking and rough guy, you know, like.
And he's sitting.
So he loves fighting, you know what I mean? He's made it to the professional level, and now he's like, all right, I have a big name now. I'm gonna create some whiskey. I'm gonna sell the whiskey. What does he got? Like clothing lines, probably.
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
Austin McGregor.
Yeah, so he's
Conor Dick right over here. Austin McGregor.
I have some of his shit.
No, I just
look at my underwear.
I have his underwear.
I follow on Instagram. Yeah.
Conor Dick Rider.
Yeah.
I'm fucking.
There's millions of other dick riders. So
I'm a Joe Rogan dick rider. Fool, why are you being a bitch? Like, it's not a big deal. Fool, just take it.
I'm acting like Brian Callen.
Yeah, really.
But yeah, he's. I think he's doing the right thing. Honestly, I'm like, and honestly, there's one thing that I know he's one of those like loud, annoying. He knows how to pump it up and make you like really feel like hate him or love him. Some people love him. Some people are like, dude, I love that about him, you know, like.
And that's why people are tuning in.
But like the one thing you can't take away from him is that he always had that love for fighting. Like he's like, come on, you want to fight, motherfucker?
Like the Irish, yeah.
Yeah, like let's just go. Like I don't give a fuck. Like,
yeah,
that's one thing I've always loved about him. He just loves fighting. He's really good at it.
That's what I get. That's why I like. That's what I did like about Conor McGregor. That fool had the balls
like
to. That fool
Dick rider right now.
Jesus Christ,
dude! I'm a Conor Dick rider too, dude. I love Conor. I have no hate, dude. This fool thinks I hate him. I don't hate him, dude. But I'm more like him. I respect the fight. I respect, like when Conor got his ass kicked by Nate Diaz. That's respectful. When Nate beat his ass the second time and they still gave it to Conor, still love Nate because Conor was running, dude. And if Caesar wants to talk about be a man, but dude, Conor ran like a bitch on that second fight. When Khabib tapped him out, that's why Khabib after the fight jumped the fucking fence because Khabib's like, hey, dude, it ain't about no UFC. It ain't about entertainment. Khabib's like, what you should be a Khabib dick rider because Khabib is what you're saying Conor should be. Khabib is about respect. Khabib is about, I don't care about your title. I don't care about your money. Send me location. Like he told him, send location. He goes, I'll find you and I'll beat your ass, fool. Like, because Conor fucking was talking so much shit that Khabib was like, all right, fool, like, in my culture, you talk that much shit, there is no respect. Like, I'm not taking this as a joke. I'm not taking this as a work. I'm taking it for what you're saying. Yeah. So that's why he jumped the cage and fucking went at it.
Disrespectful,
yeah. So in that sense, you should be a Khabib dick rider. But I get both.
Yeah, honestly,
you get me?
Like, that's some real shit, too. It's like, he's not, like, beating around the bush or anything. Like, he's, like, true to his word. Like, I'm going to beat your ass anytime, anywhere. And
send location, yeah.
Yeah,
we don't need a referee.
I don't care
we don't need money.
I don't care if we're at a fucking huge event like this fight that I just fought in.
I wanna say something on the second fight with Nate Diaz. There was a video on YouTube. You could check it out. I don't know who the ref was, but the ref told Conor McGregor like, "Hey, you can walk for his cardio." He was like, "You can if you feel like you're out of gas, you can walk away."
Yeah.
There's a video of that. I don't know if you guys seen it.
No, yeah, that makes sense. But if you're in a fight in real life, outside on the streets, walk away, dude. Keep walking. Like, you get what I'm saying, dude? I know what you're saying. You're saying, oh, yeah, he's recuperating, getting his energy. He's still running. You get me?
I get it.
Like, I know you love Conor, dude, and I'm not talking shit. But I'm just saying when it comes to, like, let's fight, it's like, ain't no air. Ain't no go get your cardio full. Like,
well, no, of course not. Shit. Because when I see in a fight, because look, I'll be honest with you. When I got in a fight, I got my ass kicked a couple of times, and I can see why I got my ass kicked. Maybe I wasn't a good fighter.
Have you gotten in like a fair fight though, like somebody fair, or no? Was it always like someone bigger, 2 against 1?
No,
I've never been in a fight.
I got in a fight for stupid reasons for some guy who passed away. Rest in peace. You know, I mean, I'm not gonna say his name. But he got mad at me for supposedly touching his girlfriend's butt, but which I didn't. So what made me... This is crazy because this is true, by the way. This is where I come from. The reason I wanted to get in a fight is basically to prove myself I'm not a bitch and full of 12 kids and girls. And there's girls, you know what I mean? I don't want to sound like, no, I don't want to fight. No, I'm okay.
That sucks, huh? That pressure. That pressure, right? To
exactly.
like not be a bitch in front of people,
exactly.
Especially the opposite sex.
So everybody was. I remember.
School, huh?
Yeah, no,
in middle school, probably.
No,
elementary. Fuck, continue the story before we continue.
This is elementary.
So
when I used to live in Corona, so this is when I used to live in apartments, and it was like, this is the best time when I was a kid. Like you get to know everybody, the whole apartments. Like, there was a whole crew in the fucking apartments, and you make friends. That was the best part. So we all played teleball, whatever we were playing. But I remember,
like a good childhood.
Yeah,
we were playing. There's a bunch of garages, dude, and we was like, "Fuck it, is this your garage?" Like, yeah, play mine. Like, all right, so we play teleball or whatever. And then that guy just got mad at me and decided to get in a fight and right in front of him. And everybody.
This was
back in 1999.
No, but this was like you guys were all hanging out, playing, and then I think it just sounds like he was just trying to prove something, huh? Like, honestly, it just sounds like he
she was pretty, but I wasn't doing anything. I guess I was right next to her, like,
okay, hold
stairs.
on real quick. But let's be honest. This was in 1999. It's 2019. You could be honest. Were you hitting on her or no?
She was cute.
But were you hitting on her? Were you doing what he said?
I was hitting.
Be honest. Be honest now.
Like, oh, this is a
yeah,
girl.
be honest now. Be honest now. Now you can be honest now.
Be
Be completely honest. Looking back. Look at his Oh my god! Oh my god!
I was okay.
Yeah, no, you can be honest.
No. Hey, and you don't even have to be honest. We already fucking
Yeah,
know, dude. Like, we already know.
But
Okay. She's a girl, pretty girl.
I'll be honest.
She was pretty. And you were a little boy.
I was only 12.
And automatically little boys are like, oh, she's a pretty girl.
Yeah, and
let me go stand
We're not.
It's one of those.
Listen real quick.
We're not just gravitated towards her.
Exactly, dude. That's what women need to understand, and we're not judging it. But it's I was like, I just thought about that. And I'm like, dude, be honest, bro. Like, be honest. Did you kind of earn that? I mean, obviously, he probably stepped the line, but like, and you're right.
I did not.
His look gave us everything. You did cross the line, and you might not be honest.
I was
enough,
talking to her, like, yeah.
Well, listen, I didn't touch I didn't touch her.
I
didn't. I didn't. He just got. You could tell by his body language. He didn't. Like, I remember what he told me. He was like, "Did you touch your butt?" And I'm like, "No." I didn't.
But you did. Did you?
I didn't. I
on
didn't.
accident, even on accident.
No,
like,
I swear.
because I touched a lot of girls'
Hold
butts on
on.
accident.
So this is like 6th grade.
This is like 6th or 7th grade.
I'm gonna kill me a little kid, bro.
No, but like still, it was not a big deal. But the
No,
whole
hold on
point,
real
the whole
quick.
point was this fight. Hold on, let me finish the fucking fight. He got me. That guy who he.
No, hold on. You can come back to the fight, dude. But this is a fucking podcast, so we're gonna go over everything.
I just don't want to waste.
Hold on. No, you're not wasting nothing, dude. When I was a kid, I touched a lot of accidental butts. You know what I mean? Like you learn how to.
Dude, when I was a kid, I was looking at these little girls like, "What's up, girl?" Like, and I didn't even know what I would do with that back then. But I was like, "What's up, girl?"
Dude, I've been like that since I was a kindergarten. Dude, I've been a pervert. Like, not a pervert,
I get
but
you.
like, bro, like,
When I was
Why
a
is
kid,
my dick-
I just thought they were pretty.
Girls don't understand. Like, why is my
Like-
dick hard all of a sudden? When
Okay.
you know what I mean? Like, they gotta understand. Like, hey, dude, you don't know what's like to be a guy. I get girls say that. Oh, you don't know what it's like to be a girl. But like, I get it. I get it.
Damn, we don't know what it's like to be anything. Like, if you really think about it, like, because in a way, I'm like, dude, there should be awards given to dudes for not doing the things that we think about on a daily basis. If we're being honest, as a child, meaning like
Like what? Like what? If we're being...
okay, I see a girl and like with a beautiful butt, and I'm like, dude, just a little, you know,
You're like-
or even a girl with a nice waist and huge
Like a
hips.
like a 25-year-old.
She could be like any age,
Bro,
whatever.
what I'm
18?
saying,
Like 18.
no, dude. The point, what I'm trying to get at is, dude, on
Is
a daily,
age like a real thing with you? Like, is that
My
important?
limit is to 18 or 19, dude. I'm 29, so like fuck it.
what I'm saying, dude, and you're like mixing everything up. What I'm saying is like,
Sorry.
how many women do we not run to on a daily basis? You go buy bread at the fucking Stater Brothers, and then the cashier is beautiful. Like, you can't even be like, dude,
You're sexy.
not even that. Like, thank you.
Yeah.
Like, you have no idea. Like, bro,
I
you
feel-
could be
I
having a
feel like
shitty
I
day.
feel like they want to hear that, but they don't want to hear it like pervy. Like, please let me eat your ass. Like,
oh, okay.
you know?
I mean, who says
Or
that?
like, oh my god.
There's
they-
some guys that do it, and,
and
it
there's
works.
and there's some girls that like that.
You
But
could tell them they're gorgeous, or like you think they're beautiful or something. That'll probably make their day, like, because they do like knowing that the opposite sex looks at them. You know? What I mean?
yeah.
So it's like, I don't know.
I was just saying because like
As long as you're not being all like creepy and pervy, like, you know, like, just be like, thank you. I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even know how to not be pervy. Like,
thank you. That's
complimenting a
my
woman.
point. I don't even know how to find the words to be like, and it could just be us. We're fucking idiots. It could just literally be
Yeah.
us because there's guys that are out there and don't give a fuck. But like,
I just leave it in my head. I'm like,
oh my god, I would
unless
just
it's my girl, you know, because then I can tell her
yeah.
whatever, you know.
Yeah, but that's the thing, dude. Like, these thoughts have been here forever. Like, how old were you when you first started liking girls?
Shit, 4.
You?
I don't know, dude. Yeah, probably a little kid. Like,
Yeah, 4
Like,
or
the
5.
first girl I clearly remember liking was when I first came to this country, and it was a white girl named Shelly, and I was in first grade. Shelly, I remember her name to this day. So, like,
typical white girl. Man.
yeah.
Oh, I got another one, Amanda. I
No,
was in love
typical
with
white
some
girl,
girl
yeah.
named Amanda when I was in kindergarten.
Yeah, I used to like a few girls. There was
White
like
girl, blue eyes.
There was like a Jessica and like, you know,
What's up with white girls and blue eyes?
there was a few. Fuck, Bridget.
Blue eyes.
Bridget, that's a beautiful white girl. I could just see her now.
Amanda.
Yeah, you know, I was like a little kid though. I didn't even know. I just
Yeah.
thought they were pretty. and,
Well,
like,
yeah, that I mean, like, not like little girl, but I'm
I honestly didn't even think about like what I would do to a woman now. Like back when I was a kid, I was like, oh, she's pretty, you know.
Okay, so real quick,
Wish
just
she would kiss me or something like that, you know. But like now, it's like, damn, fucking get in that. Like, I don't know, you know how guys think. Like, let's.
just bring it real
What's
quick.
up, little dog?
So
He was licking my toe earlier.
you were at the fucking apartment complex. It was a beautiful time to be alive because at that time, kids were still going around, hanging out, playing handball, playing tetherball. You were playing handball with some kids in the garage.
Actually-
you saw a girl and you grabbed her ass, and her brother said, "Hey, you grabbed my sister's ass, and you guys got to
yeah.
fight." But
Oh yeah, that's what we were.
yeah,
talking
but
about.
that didn't happen, right? You didn't grab her ass. But what happened? Continue the fight.
No.
That was like an hour ago. I'm just kidding.
No, it's all good.
That's
But
where
first
we were
of all-
at,
No, but
right?
that's-
All of that went. No, dude, continue the story. That's
I
where
will
we were
continue the
at.
story, but I might change it up a little bit because that's not really happened. So what happened was
Obviously, it's not what happened, Caesar. It's a joke. We're recording. This is a show.
it's funny.
So you went back to the garage and he thought she touched your ass. No shit, that didn't happen. Do you not realize what's happening here?
Yeah,
Do you not see the microphones and the camera, bro?
Sorry.
Shoot me in the ass, dude. Fuck.
This is my bad,
So
dude.
this guy wants to fight you, and what happens next, bro?
Nothing.
Fuck Me.
Well, as a dumbass, I just wanted to prove myself. I wanted to be the man. So I puffed my chest up,
And you're like, let's do it. You
Let's
weren't
do
afraid?
it.
Was your adrenaline
no,
rushing?
no.
How
I
did
was
you
just,
feel? Were you...
I was ready. I was like, fuck, this is it. This is
Don't
it.
yell into the mic.
This is it. This is it. You know,
Like Michael Jackson.
this is it.
Rest in peace.
He got me a good. He had a good shot, man. He
Real quick, though, but people are listening to this. They need to like picture it. I fucking want to picture it. You're in there. He goes, "Hey man, you touched my sister's butt." And you said, "No, bro." And he goes,
it
"Nah,
was his
bullshit."
Girlfriend.
Okay, so you touched my girlfriend's butt, and you said, "Nah, dude, I didn't touch her butt." And he said, "Nah, you're about to fucking die." Or what did he say?
Yeah, basically. No, dude, let's fight. Basically, so
he said,
when
"Okay,
he said it,
yeah, paint the picture, bro."
so as soon as he
I'm
saw
gonna
me,
kick your ass.
yes,
Okay,
yes.
and what did you're
Let's
like,
go.
You shit yourself a
Right.
little.
No,
Fight.
honestly, I got goosebumps. So I had goosebumps all over the place. Everybody started playing fucking tetherball, so everybody looked, and everybody was just so excited.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Dude, isn't that
shut up.
crazy?
Shut
Whenever
up.
there's a fight about to happen,
everybody's
everyone's like, "Oh, here we go."
Shut up. So this
No,
what happened.
dude, chill out.
shit.
Hold on.
Don't
So
you? Do you not see what's happening?
I
again?
see
You
what's
wanna
happening.
remind it?
I just want to.
No. It doesn't happen like that. It's a whole thing. It works together. It's a story. So don't be telling me.
Alright.
Just continue, bro. But don't get crazy.
No.
We're not gonna give him any more beer before the podcast. Cause
Why?
dude, because you
'Cause,
you can't get crazy, bro. Like this is
I'm
how
not-
it works.
oh,
you get me?
alright.
Like we talk.
I'm acting
we
like
talk
Bert
back.
Kreischer right now.
Yeah.
Bert Kreischer. Fuck.
This
I'm
was
not-
it.
yeah.
Earlier he was Brian Cowan, now he's Bert Kreischer. Fuck, drop more names, fool. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, my bad,
I'm all
dude.
of them. I fucking love those guys.
No, but
I'm on
yeah, I
that
love
dick,
them.
too.
They're awesome. I love them. But everybody was looking, so I just basically I just wanted to be the tough guy, so I just like, but just
You're
put
like,
my chest
fuck.
out. Fuck, this is it. He just got that good shot. Boom, hit me in the head.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
You
he-
guys both locked up?
I locked up. I don't know what I'm not a fighter,
No, I
dude.
know. That's why we
So
want to
like,
hear.
so like, I didn't know what I was doing, dude. All I know is I just swing, dude. I just swing. So we both swing, but he got me first. He
Because
hit-
you're like little and you
yeah, I'm little,
legs
so
on you.
like I closed my eyes. I probably closed my eyes because I was like, "Fuck, this is gonna suck." Because I know it's gonna hurt, dude.
That sucks, huh?
Because I know this is gonna
Yeah,
hurt.
go ahead.
So he takes the first punch. He hits me in the head. I fell down. Like I remember, I fell down. I just fell down. And all of a sudden, everybody goes, "Ooh!" And like, you know what I mean?
And you remember hearing that?
No, of course. So as soon as when they said that, but the thing is, I'm like Cody, like that UFC fighter. As soon as he got punched in the head, he got up quick. I did the exact same thing.
You fell and you. popped
I
right
just
back up.
like so everybody was like, "What the fuck?" like,
I'm only,
And
a,
I
li-
wanted
I'm
to
only a
keep
little
going.
bit asleep.
and I wanted to keep going, but like, I look out of it. Like I look out of it, dude.
Hey,
Like,
you just got wrong, dude. Just
yeah, so I got out of it. So it wasn't like I fight, but it was like I think I don't know, dude. It was the first time I like a fight like that. Everybody surrounded in a circle, and
Did you
because
get
he was
like
gonna
a-
throw the
did you
first
get
punch.
Like a black eye or swollen. face
No,
or
my
something?
head just on this side it hurt, but like it
So
went
he
away
punched
in
you
2
right
days.
here?
Yeah, just like right
What
here.
a fucking asshole, dude.
But
And that was it. Nothing else happened. You guys.
we got
didn't-
in a fight the second time.
No,
Supposed
no, 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 no,
Oh.
no, 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 no. Listen to what I asked.
Oh, what happened afterwards?
Yeah, man. Come on, man. You can't just be skipping to be like, oh, we fought
Oh.
a second time. No. He hit you. You fell down. You got back up. People were surprised that you got
They're
back
like,
up.
oh
and,
shit.
and then what happened? You guys continued, or were like, oh, it's
Nothing,
cool, bro.
no,
You got
I
back
know-
up, so it's cool.
No, I remember he.
He looks kind of retarded.
I don't
I'm
know
gonna
what
go away
happened.
now.
I don't know what happened. I remember everybody went their separate ways. Like everybody walked away.
So they
That's
kind of,
when
in a way, they felt bad. They're like, oh, he got hit. He fell. And
it fell hard. So and then I don't.
That's good
This
enough.
is me. 12 years old or 12 years old actually. I was 6th grade. I just wanted to be cool, still hanging out with the other people, even though they were just, kind of supporting me. Like, hey, you still okay? Like, you got your ass kicked. Are you okay?
Who was saying that? Some friends of yours?
Friends, not real friends, suppose.
Oh yeah.
But anyways, no, I remember me getting like I remember I used to live right next to the pool, so and there was the little in the middle there was like where people do their barbecues, so there was kids playing chalk. They had chalkboard or whatever, and I just grabbed one of the one of those things, and I just started writing like stupid shit, like trying to be like someone, like trying to show off. So like I wrote, I want a rematch. Like I wrote that on the fucking floor as a little stupid ass kid. You know what I mean? Just
Dude, that's deep, man. All of this stuff that you're telling me, that's why I don't want you to just continue talking, because like this is psychology, man. Like this is who you are, dude. Do you not see that? Like this shaped what you are now. Everything as you go through as a kid shapes who you are now, whether it's consciously or subconsciously. Like the whole time while you're telling me this story, the only thing I'm thinking about is like when you go back home, obviously you're not going to tell your mom, hey mom, I got knocked the fuck out, this happened, right? You didn't tell her.
no.
So kids could be going home after getting knocked out and shit like that, and parents don't even have a clue, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
that could be dangerous if it was bad. Like,
yeah, dude, after a concussion and shit.
Yeah,
like you're
dude.
not supposed to go to sleep. You're not certain things, you get me? So that's what I'm thinking about. I'm like, dude, sometimes parents are kind of oblivious to what their kids are even fucking going through sometimes. You know what I mean? And like it shapes the rest of your life. You telling me like, oh, you started writing I want a rematch. That's just you kind of like, again, trying to prove yourself, trying to prove that whatever happened was an accident. And I would have just walked away from that. Like I was saying earlier, I've never gotten in a fight. As a kid, I got punched when I first came to this country. I think it was kindergarten or first grade. Some kid wanted to fight with me, and his cousin or some shit who was like a freshman or a sophomore at the time held my arms behind my back, and then that fool just punched me in the nose. And I don't know if he broke it, but I started bleeding. And I went home that day, and me and that kid became best friends. After that, I don't know how, but
Yeah, that's fucking weird. That happens though.
that's the other thing I was gonna say.
People
But
that you don't like, eventually, like you guys fight or you just fucking you squash it and become friends somehow. Like it's weird, dude. That happened to me a couple times.
and that's the one and only fight I've ever gotten into.
That's not even a fair fight. Though.
Exactly. And back to Caesar's fight where this happened to him.
It doesn't really sound fair.
Exactly. And it bums me out because like
What are you trying to say, bro?
Well, just because he was
I'm
like way bigger.
fucking talking, right? So I'm gonna get to it, right?
No, not in a bad way.
I know.
Oh,
But
damn.
like back to the microphones and the camera we're recording. I feel like you just never had anybody you could fucking talk to. You're going through all this shit your whole life. And there's nobody you can talk to because at that time, I knew you, Caesar. If you were in 6th grade, I had to be in 8th grade, man. And if you would have said something, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't there, was I? I was back in the... Yeah, fuck him. He's kidding. I wasn't there, was I? No, right?
No, because I didn't talk to you that much.
Yeah,
Hey,
okay,
you
yeah,
were-
that's what I'm saying.
You were a
like,
friend, but not like.
I get you, bro. I get you. No, I was joking. I was just saying, you know. But, like...
But I wish
you could have told somebody, fool. Like, that bums me the fuck out. But that makes you who you are now. So it's not a big deal. But it all goes back to, like, you go do jujitsu, man. Try and do
But
something.
to be honest with you guys, like I'm not gonna talk about me so much, but like I just want to say this. No, relax. I'm not sorry.
Dude, before we started this podcast, I told him not to say shit like that. And then the first
My
thing
bad,
that
my
came out-
bad. Well, I'm sorry. Fuck it.
I'll talk about me then.
Fuck. No.
Are
It's
you
just like
kidding?
no, a lot of people don't know this, but I was abused for 6 years straight.
No, we
So
know
I
this. Go back to episode 2, right?
It was
Of the
like-
gas
it was like
cast.
5, I think.
But I know what it's like to get punched in the stomach, or I learned, especially kicked. Having
That's crazy.
yeah, it was crazy because like I'll repeat this. This is the part. This is the only. I've been drowned in the tub. I've been drowned in the pool, but like the worst part, like I fainted once. That's crazy. But like the worst.
From being drowned in the pool.
No, I
Oh,
fainted
shit.
for. I just passed out because I don't know what happened. I don't remember. I do remember, but I just don't want to tell the story. But the worst part, the way I got kicked in the stomach, the worst pain in my life, is that person. I'm not gonna say his name, but he grabbed my both arms
Yeah.
5 or 6 years old. Like, I was just a kid. And he continued doing this until I was 8 or 9. So that was his favorite, I believe. So, like, he grabs my both arms and just one kick. Just one kick in my stomach. Just one kick. Boom! And just, I'm out of breath. I'm like, and like,
Yeah, it sucks, dude.
yeah, like, it's like, it sucks. But like, I'm cool, like, in 20 minutes later, but I still feel the pain. One time, I don't know, dude, like, that's why I'm not afraid no more to get in a fight. Like, that's why, like, it's stupid of myself when I see taller guys. It's like, let's go down, bro. Let's go. To be honest with you, you might hurt me, but it's like, I'm not afraid of you, dude. I know what it's like to get fucking hurt. Trust me.
So
It's like, it got to my head. It got to my fucking head. So
it wasn't good when it happened, but now, like, looking back at it, like he said, it shaped who you are today.
Everything.
Yeah. And it helped you not be afraid of getting in fights. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's why I choose not to get in a fight, because I know what it's like. I don't want to get kicked in the head or more brain damage. Like, I don't know, but like, that's why I want to do jiu-jitsu, so I can choke motherfuckers, you know?
Yeah, so I can choke motherfuckers. Sorry about the camera, guys. It might have got fucked up right now.
Oh, it's all good, man.
But
I am pretty hungry, though.
it got fucked up a little bit.
It's all good.
But like, why'd you do? I know you said this before, wrestling. Because my coworkers have told me they done shit like that, boxing, wrestling. But I don't feel like they put a lot of effort on it. I feel like you kind of did, or your brother did. But like, what did you learn about wrestling? Like, the competition against some other human being is doing the exact same thing against you.
Yeah, try not to tap the table so much, but continue talking.
I was trying to show an example.
No, I get you. I'm listening.
What was that like?
It goes back to everything, man. That's what I was gonna try and tell you earlier, but you fucking keep getting crazy with me. No, don't be sorry. It's all good. You wrestled for a little bit. You never competed, but I was gonna try and get back to you on that, dude, because I wrestled.
Training is just.
Well,
I felt like wrestling was about mainly about three things: being fast, being strong, and being able to last. So stamina, mainly stamina. Like, that was what they focused on the most, was your cardio, being able to because if you've ever wrestled with anybody or sparred with anybody, you get gassed within like 5 minutes. You know what I mean?
I was gonna say mental toughness.
Yeah, I mean, that goes along with the stamina.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, running, we used to run a lot, dude, and like that shit would break you down sometimes. Like, yeah, dude.
What I was gonna say is like
A lot of them were bullies too. That was another thing. So it was
Had a
like they
bunch of
kind of strengthened your mind that way.
But dude,
I don't know if that's healthy, but
look, it just goes right back to
it made me tough though.
It goes right back to everything I was saying earlier. You don't know what maybe these kids were bullied, and they think this is, you get me?
It's like a pattern.
Yes, and I was coming just back to this because I joined wrestling and I saw it. I was bullied for a while, but I was lucky enough to have an older brother who was in it, so the bullies knew him, and because I was his younger brother, they kind of were like chilling with me. And I got bullied for a little bit. Dude, it goes back to life. There's a pecking order. There's something to be said where people pick on the younger one to try and raise them, or like, it's either fight or flight.
Yeah,
it's
pretty
like,
much.
okay, he's gonna rise to the bullying, or he's gonna be a bitch about it. Back to you being in a fight. When I wrestled in high school, there was something called dual meets. When we would go, like, for example, Centennial High School against Corona High School, we had 12 weight classes, 13 weight classes. I forget how many weight classes we had, but the point being is they would put their 103 versus our 103. And what happened is they put a fucking light right in the middle and everybody watched. So right back to when you were saying you're in a fight and everybody's circling and watching, wrestling would have helped for that, in the sense of you're used to this, being under pressure. Everybody watching
they put a
you.
big ass light right there down next to everybody.
And it's
and
one-on-one.
The whole auditorium is dark.
and it's 1-on-1.
Yeah.
And that's how you win. It's 12 against 12. You get a certain amount of points. I remember going to Norco High School and seeing my brother wrestling a dude, 160 pounds, Humberto Rivera versus this other fucking kid from Norco, 1-on-1, one light, 2 men. Here we go. Everybody's watching. Can you imagine that pressure? Yeah, you can, because you fucking lived it. But that's where I'm getting at. Wrestling helps you build to that. It gets you ready. It kind of like, okay, well, you know what I mean? But you know what you're doing. You know that you're against the motherfucker who knows what he's doing, and you're both trying to come on top, man. That's
You
why
think that person that did to me that, like, why did he do it? Did he do it for a reason? Like,
no, it goes back to pecking order.
To tough me up?
No,
or?
to show that he's
You're
tougher
talking
than
about
you.
the person that
Who fought
from
him.
school that fought him over his sister's ass or whatever?
Yeah,
No.
yeah. His girlfriend, yeah, right? That's what you're talking about.
Oh, no, it was his girlfriend. Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about the guy who abused me.
Oh.
Okay. So like
Well, no,
everything
no,
we just talked
but-
about, you completely.
No. I know, but that's kind of like a bully, bro. Like that's
No, yeah, that is bullying.
that's
It
a
is-
bully. That's
it
a
is
bully that
bullying.
for 6 years straight.
But that's a different thing, man. That's like
You don't
I'm-
think so?
I'm
Like,
sure he was abused to an extent, or maybe he witnessed that and thought it was okay. But the thing that I've told you a lot in the past is like, he was with your mom, and you were a kid from a different parent.
That's just kind of like a what's that, sociopath, where they don't fucking feel,
But the thing is, like,
they don't feel bad about things.
But he didn't beat his own kid's ass. Only him, the one kid who wasn't his kid. So that's why.
Yeah, and the fact that he could do that and not feel bad about it.
Well, yeah, there's some sociopathic tendencies, I would say. You know, psychopath or fucking.
Who the hell knows? I'm not a psychologist, but I'm pretty sure like a sociopath like doesn't have
I don't know why I brought
empathy
this up.
or-
The reason is that
Or is that a psychopath?
I don't know why he. I want to know why he did it for. Like why he did it. Why he beat me up? Because I do act tough, but there's times like, dude, I do act like, oh fuck, I don't want to get in a fight. And I'm not saying I'm a bitch or anything like,
Oh yeah, fighting hurts, dude.
yeah, but like because the last time some guy wanted to fight me was, I don't know, back in high school.
Yeah.
And this is like 15, 16 or 16, 17. I don't know. It just, I was afraid to get in a fight because it's like, honestly, I kept thinking about my mom. Because I didn't want to get grounded. That was the whole point. It's like, fuck, I don't want to get hit. Like, I just don't want to do anything stupid. So like, when I said, no, I'm okay. Or no, I'm cool. I'm sorry. Like, I never say I'm sorry, but I was like, my bad, dude. I said one time, my bad. To the guy.
Real quick, sorry to interrupt you, because we're jumping.
Oh, my bad.
No, it's cool. I'm keeping track of it. So, but like the last thing was like, why did you think he did it? And you were saying about, you know, psychopaths or sociopaths.
I don't fucking know about that.
I know exactly. But what I was trying to tell him, what I was trying to tell you is
Some
like,
shit like that though. Like he doesn't have.
Shit got to me.
No, yeah, he doesn't. He didn't have fucking bad, like regretful. I don't know, dude. Like, how do you do that? How do you
Okay.
like torture a kid?
well, let me
And
try
then,
again
like-
telling you guys because I've been trying a couple times. Fucking. All I know is I've seen in animals, zebras kill the young zebras so the moms go and eat and they can fuck them and have their own line, their own genetics.
Yeah.
Lions do that. Bears do that.
Because you said he didn't fuck with his own kids.
Exactly. So that's what I'm trying to get at. I think he did it because you weren't his kid and he was just like, this isn't my child. Fuck this kid. Because he didn't beat his kids. He only beat you. Maybe he was beat. Who gives a fuck? Who the hell
Some
knows? We'll
animal.
see you next week. Bye. Fuck me. We'll see you next week.
All right, later, motherfucker.
I love you guys.
Later.